participation. Don't mind me. Oh, and I do mind getting 10 prestige. We'll find our way to positive prestige yet. Believe it. Okay, it's pretty important to me that that capital holds out. And that Muscovy stay interested in this war, and they certainly are. They're invested here. So I'm going to have to take advantage of separate piecing. But that's fine. Taking advantage is all of what I'm about. Thanks, Muscovy. You're a real champion of the people. So how are we doing on that income with these occupied provinces? I'd really wanted to make extra on the production, but sadly, yeah, it doesn't look so hot in that regard. Goods produced takes a massive tumble due to intolerance. If I was syncretic with Sunni, that wouldn't be the case, but I am not, because syncretic is dangerously close to humanism, and you know my stance on utterly disgusting humanism. Alright, we're looking okay. Once I grab this province, everything will be looking even better than okay. I remember those days when Jake thought the other option in gift to estate was a joke option. Listen, the wonderful thing about playing these kinds of scenarios where you are constantly on the ropes, like we had with Nevers, like we had with Bad Ideas Guy, is that it really diversifies the play. And that's important to me for keeping this game fresh, because I have played a lot of this game. I've not played the most. There are people out there with crazy times of like 5,000 hours or more. I'm not that crazy. Bear in mind, if I started to use my development time, then that would be pretty hefty going, but that's besides the point. Okay, sadly I can't be taking land from Uzbek because, well, I just can't. I might be able to change that here, but I also might not. I gotta be prepared for that. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'm hoping it does. I'm really hoping it does. It would be very funny if it didn't, though. Of course it works. Who do you take me for? Aggressive expansion is pretty high. Pretty damn high, actually, between 1 and 45 with a lot of countries. Might not be worth my time securing all of this land. I can certainly come back for more nibbles later on. So for that reason, I think it's not worth my time getting this province. It's 3 development of unnecessary. But I will need to convert all of these provinces if I want I might not bother with Siberia at that rate. My idea was to release Siberia and then integrate them. Siberia might defect with this, but then they'll get defected provinces. Similarly, they'll probably think of themselves as too big for my boots, but I can improve relations, and I'm about to get some land of my own, and they're well away from Muscovy's face, so I think we'll be alright. Jake, capture Tio, make your capital there, then capture Tokyo. Yeah, that would cheese off a lot of people, but I think this is sufficient. Taking the money, naturally. Jeez, at this rate it might be better for me just to take war reparations. They might not want to surrender that right now, but their choices are limited. Alright, there's more land for me to walk in and occupy. And then after that I should have everything I need. I'd like to get the Timurids out because they wander around with large armies, which do scare the pants off of me. Also, this is going to cost me a chunk of money that I don't have. Oh well, it's got to be done. I need this province. Jake, that was Kazan. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, well spotted. James, that would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it? Of course this guy wouldn't demand my... wouldn't have problems with my outrageous demands. Don't want to take so much that I get ludicrous amounts of inflation. Okay, that's not much inflation whatsoever. That's pretty good. Between 1 and 39, I think I can stomach that. Besides, Muscovy's got my back if worst comes to worst. Jake, if you don't mind me asking, how did you manage to survive the independence war with Muscovy? And then, how did you manage to ally them again? Well, that'll be all on the previous episode. And I already did a summary. I can't keep going over it for everybody. But we may have exploited a bit. Maybe. Actually, your friendship with Kazan is... it's not friendship. Alright, I'm seeing very little reason not to take this. It's the best I can get without cheesing Muscovy off, because in the main deal, I am going to have to betray them a fair chunk. I wonder if I can core these lands, actually. It would be pretty bad if I couldn't. Makes me think maybe I should just grab it all. Maybe I should. I'm thinking I should. I can just release it as Siberian and integrate them. I think that seems like the best course of action. With that in mind, I don't need their stinking money, but I do need a touch more war score, which I'm about to get, because, hey, luck is on my side. Luck has never not been on my side. Okay, they just got beaten, so they're probably a bit more open to my generous suggestion of giving me everything. Looks good to me. I see very little reason not to. Jake, AR is just a number. Aggressive expansion is the best kind of expansion. Listen, we have had 45 years of no expansion. In fact, we've had regression. We've lost 4 of our 5 starting provinces. I think we can make do with grabbing a bit of this. And at the very least, we have a 5-year truce with our glorious new vassal whenever we make them. Also, we got a nice big name on the map. Even rivals Muscovy's in terms of size, perhaps not girth. But I need to get the other folks out of this war. I'm not going to have the war score to do as I please. And I have a lot I would like to please here. Shame about the religion, a real shame. It is sorely tempting to just grab some cores so I actually have some land here. But I think I should forgo that. So Crimea want out, which is good news for me, because I don't want them in, and they're costing me war score here. And there's nothing I could really realistically grab out of them other than sniping Azov and getting some war reparations. Forget that. We'll get you out of the war, and I'll get some extra war score. 58 becomes 59. What a champion. A champion of the people. It's nice to have another Tengri province. It is not nice to have religious unity going down the drain. But we'll get that fixed. Don't you worry, girly. Alright, Timmy, you want out of this war, don't you? And they almost do. Oh, it's dangerous to walk into that province, and I know it. I should make sure that I have every possible... Nah, can't get him. Can't get him because we're in a war together anyway. Timmy will get out of this war, and then I'm going to have all the everything I need. Sadly, I can't grab anything off of them, and I could push it and get something, but I'm not feeling the need for greed at the moment. I'm feeling the need for loads of war score, 99%, and I can get what I want from Kazan, which really is just 2 provinces, but I may want to reconsider that. I also have to look at Muscovy, because I'm going to be taking land that is their vital interest. So, these provinces... Golden Horde? That's unfortunate. The Golden Horde have blocked off quite a few of the Muscovite provinces I wanted to give them. Curses. Fitkinemandi. Well, they could head on down here. There's certainly not much pushing me towards peace quickly. But I wonder what the Golden Horde is going to do here. They haven't secured any forts, I don't think. No, so they can't actually push for peace and get provinces, but I got call for peace coming in now. I should see what I can do with these guys. Like, I want this land, and I want Muscovy to get a fair chunk. Maybe not such a big chunk. Ah, they're happy enough with that, right? I could grab some money, use it to pay off the inevitable corruption. But I do need these 2 provinces for myself. Just declare war on Golden Horde, Jake. Easy. Yes, easy. I am a little concerned that I'm blocking off my own possibility for expansion here, but there's plenty of Kazan to go around, and it's also important that I nuzzle my way into land that is not part of Muscovy's vital interests. Of course, they might actually break the alliance over all this anyway. Tricky. The Golden Horde have really thrown something into the works here. Something that could be dealt with through a swift and aggressive no casus belli war, but that's not what we're looking for here. I think we'll just... That's plenty of good land for our friends in Muscovy. They'll be happy with it as well, and it's really not worth me grabbing this money since most of it's going to go to them. Don't care about that. Don't really care about that either, and it will turn my good friends on me. Just wish I could give a bit more land to Muscovy. I mean, I could, but do I want to? I want these guys to be delivered piecemeal. Ideally, I wouldn't give them Kazan. But it's not in my interest to lower their trust with me. Alright, seems good enough. We'll keep a nice short piece there. And we will hope, like hell, that Muscovy don't turn on us for them. Jake, cancel claims on Muscovy. It appears not to be an option. Is it just Kazan we're here with? Yes, it is. Alright, seems good. I think having a shorter peace deal, having a shorter truce is better. It's dangerous, but we're going to do it. Let's just hope and pray that we don't see any Muscovite anger coming towards us. I mean, they should be happy. They even defended their provinces, that's nice. But do I release Sibir or not? They're going to be Sunni, but I should be able to integrate them fairly swiftly, and hopefully they don't turn on me. They're pretty poor as well, so really. I want to check out the area as well. Jings, they are split into 4 different areas. Hopefully they make all of them into states, and then I won't have to worry about anything. I also hope I can integrate them, despite only having this here. But I'd be able to colonize this as well, so there's certainly time on my side. I think it's worth the... I think it's worth it to just gob them out. I'm focusing on Diplo as well, so I've got that on my side. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't I? Can't spell persistence without perm. Good luck. Thank you, 4K at 547. Alright, gonna do it. Why not? Wait, what? Oh no. I needed 1 Siberian corps to release Sibir, and I didn't get one. Should have thought of that one, shouldn't I? But I didn't. And now I have 4 extremely useless provinces. Well, that's funny. And at the same time, really not funny. I remember these being Siberian, but the game changes, you've got to evolve with it. Damn and blast it, though. Okay, what do I do? Because I'm now sitting on provinces that are going to cost me a lot here. I don't want to return it to Uzbek, that's for certain. And they're the ones who it would be going back to. And it's Sunni zealots that wish to rise up from here. Will Ostyak ever get a tag? Maybe I can go and hotfix that in right away. Okay, this is troublesome because it's gonna take quite some time to get these converted, and I really want them converted. And I can't really afford getting myself a minister. I can't really afford anything at this point, and I'm going to be enjoying quite a bit of vassals. Not vassals, revolts. And also, if I fall to those revolts, they're probably going to change my religion. So I'm looking at a lot of problems here, and I need solutions on the double. Oh well, I think the first solution is to core the gold province, since that's going to be important. I want Muscovy to have military access through me, so that, you know, when those rebels rise up, they'll remember me and help me out. Sure hope I don't run into my my native friends here. They're probably quite aggressive. Got this fort, but it's going to cost me money that I don't have. I don't want to destroy it. I'm going to get into trouble at this rate. Kazan, you are certainly my rival. Tricky times. Very tricky. Well, there's no ifs or buts about this. I've got to core these provinces. It's a real shame that I couldn't, you know, do anything other than that. Jake, I thought the AI doesn't like killing your rebels anymore. I believe it requires high trust, and we have fairly high trust. We'll see about that, though. I'm sure they can be convinced. Surely. Let's not pay for this fort, at least fully at the moment. And sadly, I can't afford you. You're going to have to go away. Nor can I really afford an army. And I wish to root out that corruption. Overextension, religious unity. But good thing we have positive stability here. Still, this is expensive. That gold could well keep us afloat at this rate. And the war reps. So Muscovy, you do not see my land as vital interest, however you do see what little Kazani land I can make my own as vital interest, which is troublesome. When truces come closer, I'm going to fabricate all the claims I can. It's kind of lucky for me that Golden Horde is carving up Kazan. They may end up being small enough for me to carve up later on without Muscovite intervention. Jake, you could lower the maintenance for the colony a touch. I could, but I certainly don't want to. I need it up and on the go as soon as possible. Yeah, the new settlers is a big boon, but let's just keep it rolling, shall we? Do we have any missions other than that legitimacy, which isn't happening anytime soon? Do I want the tech or the ideas? If I get these ideas, it's going to lower my unrest, which is something I'm needing at the moment. Not so happy about all these rebels that wish to rise up. Bashgrid is going to be an issue. But it's going to be an issue that wanders into the neighbouring provinces, which is kind of good, unless they go for Perm. Not sure about that. I haven't read up on my Rebel Movement 101 lately. At least these provinces will become clear to me. Maybe I'll find one that actually will give me some gold. Speaking of gold, if I check the trade good map mode and click on the gold, I'll see that it's possible to get gold over here. The chance is low, it's 3.1%, but I did roll a 6 on my cursed die today, so if we end up colonizing that, it could well go our way. I am a little bitter over the lack of Siberian provinces. I didn't even think that culture would come into it, but that is my own weakness, and I will deal with it. -2 unrest guy is available. Yes, unfortunately money is not available. And unrest guy isn't going to change the fact that, oh boy, these are expensive. Nobody is keeping allies around here. I need to get big, and I need to figure out a stalwart defense against the Muscovites. At least they have to go, if they want to target, they have to go chewing through here and here, which might eventually put them up against a strong foe, but not Poland. Poland's getting slapped about by anybody who's got a pair of hands. And yeah, the Kalmar Union fell apart like nobody's business. I can't really give in to more unrest at the moment. Ah well, we're taking care of that prestige, right? What is the goal of this campaign, Jake? I wish to get the achievement. Great Perm achievement. I should put it in the title, otherwise people are going to keep asking. Oh, thank God. We managed to get that approved legitimacy on the go, so we get yearly legitimacy and Diplo rep. Shame about our amazing dynasty already dying. Or rather, the amazing part of our dynasty. At the very end of last stream, we lost our... Oh wait, no, that isn't amazing at all. Pretty good for a Regency Council, but... oh well, at the very least, we were guaranteed about 10 years of peace anyway. I should get to building those spy networks and making those claims. Thing about Kazan, though. It's only really one province worth going for us. And that's in Terra Incognita. I really should have unveiled that before. Golden Horde looking good, but Theodora are having a word about that. Kazan rivaling me, but that's okay. And yes, 10 years and even more. Nobody wants to remain friends around here. We give these guys a good enough kicking. I'm not happy about all these zealots though. Not happy at all. I may have to increase autonomy. Nobody likes doing that. It's also a whole load of garbage areas that I'm going to be making into states. I don't want to make them into states, but my options are severely limited, so I'm just going to have to do that anyway. Develop your provinces like crazy, Jake. Would have been great under the old king, but Regency Council is only really good for developing... Yep. Good old production, which I may well do, because I need that dosh. Need it pretty badly. Oh well. Oh, those Sunni zealots already wanting to rise up. Thankfully not in Bashgrad, only in these provinces, so what I'm going to do is make it a state. How are we doing on states anyway? We can have up to 10, and I have to do this. I have got to. States away, and what I'm also going to do is core them all up. What's kind of nice is that these cores get done instantly. And that drops the autonomy down, and I will probably raise that autonomy when the Sunni zealots get dangerously close to being revolting. Mind you, that gives us an accepted culture here. Yeah, you know, accepted, dropping down in revolt risk. If man could be so lucky. Jake, increase autonomy, you got 10 years worth of peace, so it'll go down by 10% or so. I know, I'm going to have to anyway, I might as well do it now. So there we go, we're not going to see any revolts. It's been quite a while, I think, since I last raised autonomy. I do not want to do it here though, I would rather fight to the death for my gold province. Would also like to be at force limit. Don't want to make it a cannon though. I have very little gain by doing that. So now subjects are demanding my land, the nobility in particular. We got anything that's high in manpower here? Yeah, the fur. But I need to give you... I essentially need to give all of you to the clergy so I can get these accursed provinces converted. But that could be difficult. I forget what the clergy needs. Maybe I could seek their support so I can gain some loyalty with them and then start slapping them down and get these provinces converted. But this is the first one that I want converted so I can get that delicious gold. But the sooner the better. Oh yeah, religious zeal. So ignoring religious zeal for a moment, how are we looking here? I could get it up to 2% if I had the clergy here. Do I have a conversion master? I certainly do not. And I don't want to hire one from the clergy. 2% per month though. 2%, that's not a lot at all. I could switch to... Oh, I would like to know this. If I go pure Tengri, how... What am I trying to say here? How do I unlock the black shamanism for 2% missionary strength? What do I require for that? Do I just need a theologian? Do I need something else? That will decide my move here. But what I'm going to have to do is slap down nobility or else they're just going to get super mad, right? They're not going to get that angry that fast, so I can keep them chilled out at the moment. Syncretic faith and theologian is required. Okay, but there's no other requirement, right? If there's no other requirement, then I've got something I can work with here. Oh, that bastard. Changing the Tengri to dishonorable orthodox. How often can you change these? I forget. You know, alternatively, I could go syncretic with Sunni and just not have any of these problems. But that's not how I roll. I want that black shamanism. Black shamanism also goes away if you embrace syncretism after taking it. Okay, well that decides that I'm not doing anything on that side. Thank you for that. So my old province of Perm is also... Everybody's just going behind my back here. What a shame. I'm really going to need to spice up my conversion rates here. Oh, that's right, I need to make you a state as well. Boom, no autonomy whatsoever. No, Bashkirid is the most important province to convert quickly. And I will get on that, because that's where the gold is. And as they say, where's the gold? Jake, Akinator can guess you in 35 questions. Talk about fame. Well, get it down to 20. Fame is not what I'm looking for in life. Claims, on the other hand. I'm just going to have to claim everything I can get here. Now, don't get me wrong, the correct thing for me to do is to embrace syncretic Sunni. It's also extremely powerful. But that doesn't mean we're going to do it. Because it's important to go for flavor. Jake, am I mistaken, or does giving the burghers in the gold province lower all autonomy on the gold? Well, I can't do anything at the moment because it's a territory, but if I were to give it to the merchant guilds, it would only remove the autonomy for production efficiency, and production efficiency is not what gold goes by. Gold goes by goods produced, which is the trouble. Oh, nice. Some prestige for a change. And we've got fur. Fur is a wonderful trade good. How you feeling, Muscovy? You still love me, right? Shame we can't marry. Okay, there we go. You're also becoming a state. Hold on, I probably shouldn't have made Perma state because... There we go. Oh, what a pathetic area. But I'll just revoke that later on. I'll lose my core on it, sure, but at the moment it's just better to get no autonomy on a province that is my culture. Again, shame about their religion. So what am I going to do about you? I'm going to make you a full core. Boom. Autonomy is looking not too great, but it'll look even better if I chuck the clergy on you. The same clergy that I'm probably going to seek the support of just to get that loyalty high enough. Yeah, I could make a donation on the other hand. It's only 15 ducats. Yeah, I'm a generous guy. Have it. But yes, I need the clergy there to get the extra 2% missionary strength, and then we'll get this converted. Oh my days. It's going to take a while. I forgot it's not an accepted culture, but I think that's going to change. I think that's going to change. It's not changing. Bashrik, huh? It's only one province here, and it's 6 development. Tell me, how much of my nation do you make up? I need chart. Bash. Okay, not even close. That's a shame. That's a real shame. I forgot about non-accepted culture. There's a lot of things I forget about, which makes you really not worth converting at the moment. Shame I wasted my clergy spot on you. Where should I give them to? That would be a good one since it's the highest development around here, but nah, forget it. We can give the clergy this one. I need conversions done. Jake, what happened to the idea that mercantilism was going to cost corruption? That just went out the window. Didn't feel very good for balance following playtesting, and so away it went. Alright, the nobility are getting a little cheesed off with me here. Maybe I should give Bashkirid to them. Maybe I should give Perm to them, after all. But it's got no autonomy. It's no good giving away no autonomy land. I think I'll give them Siberia once it's done. Jake, what if you lower autonomy in a territory province, then make it a full state core? Don't think you can. Well, maybe if it's 100 autonomy, but then you're just going to have 75 autonomy. Don't mind if Uzbek get mad with me. I mean, really, what are they going to do about it? Great, I can see this province, which is the province that I really need to claim. lazy colonist, Jake. I know. Wow, I can afford him. Or rather, I can afford to put him to use. The question is where.